welcome to my channel, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. Normally I talk about makeup or doing reviews on different products, but today I kind of just wanted to have a fun story time. So I wanted to talk about the time I ran into Britney Spears. Yes, Britney Spears. I don't know if you're anything like me, but I grew up in the 90s, 2000s, and Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, like the boy bands of that era were like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, like that was like my childhood. So I lived in California growing up, and I did a lot of acting, and it brought me a lot of trips to Los Angeles because I lived in the Valley and I lived in the Bay Area, and so we would drive to Los Angeles all the time, and we decided to take a family vacation this one trip that I had a few auditions. So when we went on this family vacation audition trip, I guess you could say, my parents decided to kind of show me around LA because they grew up in, well, not grew up, but they spent like their 20s in Los Angeles. And so they were taking me to Rodeo Drive, they were taking me to Mulholland Drive, they were just kind of taking me all over. And my parents are also, they're amazing, by the way, but they're also musicians. So they were showing me, different places they played when they lived in Los Angeles. Now, mind you, I want to say like 11 at this time, so I was young. And it was like a Tuesday night in Los Angeles. So really on like a Tuesday night, like anyone who's really out on the streets, they pretty much live there, in the city. They're just kind of doing their thing, or they are like from out of town. But normally kids especially aren't out on the streets in Los Angeles. But because my parents were showing me around, it was a different story. So every blonde Barbie doll looking girl that entire day, the day I met Britney, that entire day, my dad would be like, "Look, Sam, it's Britney Spears," just to kind of like mess with me because he knew that like I loved Britney Spears. Like Britney Spears was like the thing to me. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is just amazing. It's Britney." So, finally, it's like the end of the day. We're standing outside the Key Club in Los Angeles, and a blonde-haired, dancer-looking girl walks out of the Key Club. And the way we were facing was like, I was here, my mom was here, there was this other gentleman here, like the bouncer of the club, and my mom was just, chatting with him and telling him she used to play there. And then my dad was like kind of near the bouncer. And this girl walks out of the club and walks straight through our conversation. Now, I'm not really paying attention to what's going on. I'm just kind of like in my own little world. Now, this was before cell phones. I just totally aged myself. But this was like before cell phones were really big. Like, I think like the Snake on the cell phone, like the Nokias were out, but it really like not everybody had a cell phone, and there definitely weren't any smartphones around at that period. So we're talking to this bouncer. I'm in my own little world, and this girl just kind of walks in between us and keeps walking. And my dad like grabs me and is like, "Sam, that's Britney Spears." And I definitely was so tired of him telling me that every blonde girl he saw was Britney Spears. That like, now mind you, I was in theater and I was a cheerleader, so I was very like loud, especially when I was frustrated. And I was just very loudly like, "Dad, not every blonde girl is Britney Spears." Well, as soon as I said this girl that just walked through our conversation turns around, and it's Britney Spears. And she looked shocked. Like, wow, someone recognized me, or somebody, they're talking about me. And so she just like starts walking really, really, really fast. And I look at my mom. My mom's like, "Go after her, like just go tell her hi." I mean, I was 11. It's not like I was some crazy deranged, psycho. I was an 11-year-old girl, and I was actually wearing like one of my dance or cheerleading jackets, which was like red, white, and blue on. So, I mean, it's like a 10-year-old little cheer girl. Really? So I kind of start walking fast, not like running, but like walking fast to like catch up to her. And so like I'm here, my parents are back here, and they just said, we're gonna kind of keep our distance because we don't want Britney thinking anything weird, you know, let's let our kid go up to her because she's a kid, she's harmless, and we'll stay back but keep our eyes on Sam. So that happened, and I get up to Britney's car, and she was in like some SUV, and she's on the phone, and she's trying to get her door open, and she's like staring at me, and she's going between looking at me and looking at my parents and looking at me, and she's like shaking her head like, get away from me. And I was so shocked because it was like Britney Spears. This is like the girl that I like sing her songs every single day and pretend I was dancing and pretend I was when I was a kid and dancing to her. So she's like looking at me, and I'm just like this. Literally, that's what I was like. Just mouth on the floor, finger pointed, in shock. And she gets in her car. My parents kept staying back, and she drives away. So needless to say, Britney Spears kind of ran away from me when I met her. It still never stopped, like, my fandom. I still to this day, like, many years later, I'm still like a huge fan of Britney, and I will still support Britney. I just think it's really strange that she was scared of an 11-year-old. Granted, I don't know what was going on in her life at that time. This wasn't in that 2007, 2008 era where she was like, you know, chasing paparazzi or shaving her head. It wasn't that era. This was like her first, second album era. But she was scared of me, so I don't know. But I still love Britney. I still sing her songs. I still dance to her songs. And I definitely would go see her show if she was back in Vegas. Like, I love Britney. So that is my story of when I kind of chased Britney Spears down the street. Yeah. But I do want to let you guys know, I have several makeup tutorials coming up. My lighting, I'm getting new lighting tomorrow, either tomorrow or the next day. I have to check the tracking. But yeah, the lighting has been off. So, you know, I had to rearrange some things, and ever since I rearranged some things, the lighting's been off, and I just don't want to shoot makeup videos where you guys can't really see what I'm doing, because that kind of defeats the purpose. So please know that I have several videos on deck for you guys that I'm going to be reshooting with the better lighting that's coming, and that will definitely be released this week. So please keep subscribing, and please like this video, and don't forget, when we get to 1,500 subscribers, we are going to be doing another giveaway, and these are items you don't want to miss. If you thought you liked the last giveaway, wait till you see this next giveaway, because I'm having so much fun buying stuff for this. So yeah, please share this video or share my YouTube with your friends, and let's get up to 1,500 subscribers so we can get you guys some giveaways. And I appreciate all of your support. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel. If you haven't yet, hit that little gray bell so you'll be notified anytime I post some content. And don't forget, follow me on Instagram. My name is below. Thanks so much for enjoying my story time. If you like these kind of videos, let me know. I definitely have tons of stories that I could tell you. So thanks so much, guys. See you on the next video.